So what 3 crystals do I have on my desk today? I don't know if this video is gonna flop or if you're gonna like it, so comment if you like it and I'll do more of them. But every day I'm drawn to certain crystals. So first and foremost, of course, I've got a clear quartz. I love clear quartz. This is like this gorgeous, cute little palm stone. It's the perfect size to keep on my reading table / desk. I love it so much. I'm trying to show you without the light. It's very clear. This is a wonderful, like, great little clear quartz specimen, and it helps with like psychic clarity and mental clarity. It also amplifies and does other things, but when I'm like reading, I want this here for clarity to help me get clear and accurate messages when I'm doing my readings for you guys. Okay, my other one is opalite, and this is really helping me connect to like spiritual energy specifically. I actually just picked this up last weekend. I have other opalites, and this one has a great halo, a great glow. It really looks like a cute little dragon's egg, and I was like really drawn to this for some reason. I don't often like opalite. It's like a little too much for me. Like visually, it's like just a little too shiny, but this one was like the perfect amount, and the colors in it, like without the light on it, are just incredible. So again, helps me with my spiritual connection while I'm doing my readings. And then I actually don't remember what labradorite is for, which is terrible because I love labradorite, and I have 2 pieces on my desk. This is the one that I was drawn to today. You can see this one, well, especially in the light, has a lot of turquoise flash. So on my desk, I have bigger pieces and smaller pieces, but I do tend to keep smaller pieces like around me just to get like the energy and the benefits and like connect with them. So palm stones and tumbles are great to obviously keep in your pocket, keep in your purse. And then for me, I do put them around my desk. Sometimes I make cute little displays of them. Sometimes I'll like set them on the cards because, you know, I pull cards and I like meditate on them before I start my videos. I really care about making like super accurate readings for you guys, and so that's why I pull the cards first, and then I really try and connect with like what the whole message is. So I know, and because people have asked me, like not a lot, but some people like, why don't you draw the cards on camera? And I'm like, because I'll draw a card and I'll get an idea, but sometimes I want, like, not sometimes, I always want the whole picture before I start talking. You know what I mean? Because to me, the cards are telling me like a story, and I want to know the whole story so that I can give you guys like the most accurate readings. That's why my readings, like some things will come to me while I'm talking, like don't get that twisted, that's okay, right? But I like to have like an idea of what the overarching message is, because there is continuity, there is flow. It's not like 5 separate cards with 5 separate messages that have nothing to do with each other. There's like an overarching theme here for all my readings. So most of you like that and you react well to my videos, obviously, you know, but I did want to explain that because I did have someone asking me, oh, can you pull the cards and react to them on the video? And I'm like, yeah, no, I'll do that on lives. Like, I don't mind, like, you know, and I do that on the coaching calls. Like if you've ever been on a coaching consultation call with me, I'll draw cards before the reading to get an idea of what's going on. And then while they're talking, I might show you cards I pulled previously because they will really start to make sense while we're talking. But I will also pull cards live while we're talking. But to me, like I said, there's like a whole message, there's a whole picture, and I like to have that whole picture before I start talking. So yeah, now I'm rambling about psychic stuff, which I can't help because that's what I do and I love it. I'm passionate about it. I love talking about it. So anyway, so what I'll do is I will have these around me when I'm doing my card pulls, and sometimes while I'm like meditating on the cards, I'll like put these like smaller crystals down and just really like look at them and look at the energy. Sometimes they actually align with cards. Sometimes I'll find myself like putting crystals on cards. Every once in a while I've shown that in videos, but I often don't, just because I'm just trying to give you guys the message without like the visuals necessarily. I don't know. I'd probably be more popular if I did more cute visuals, but I'm really here for the message, to be honest. And then of course I have larger crystals around me. Like I do keep this giant, well, this isn't giant, but this fairly large like clear quartz sphere. This one's great, rainbows, etc. And then I also keep this guy on like a little side table. Okay, now I'm just messing everything up. I love this one. Like this is huge and heavy and expensive, and it has this little cave in it, and so I love to tuck little crystals in the cave. I know I'm such a big nerd. You used to probably see this behind me when I was downstairs in my first reading room. I know the backdrop looks similar, but I'm in a totally different room now. But I used to keep this behind me, and you could kind of see it, but it just wasn't showing up well on camera like that far back. I know you can see how big it is. Like when it's back there, it looks like it's like this big, but no. He's a chunker, and I love him. So I really like the energy of the big clear quartz pieces because I feel like they really amplify Whereas like these little guys really are like more for clarity. So the quartz has obviously multiple properties, but to me different pieces like give me different like crystal properties. So I keep this guy next to me. So you guys know where I buy my crystals. I talk about them all the time. You know my favorite stores, DFW Crystals. This is obviously not an ad. I'm just showing you my favorite crystals, but this piece and some of my other big pieces I did get there. And I love that shop so much. Okay, I'm going to stop showing you my giant crystal, but it's kind of like a nice arm workout. So those are the crystals I have on my desk today. I'm curious, what crystals are you guys drawn to today? Are you wearing any? Do you have any in your purse? Obviously, I've got my bracelets on, and I do kind of like swap out which bracelets I have on every day. I try to wear my bracelets out of the house. I always wear these ones out of the house. My left arm, however, is where I wear my Apple Watch. So if I'm working out, I have my Apple Watch on, and then I don't put as many bracelets on. But while I'm filming, I do try and wear more bracelets, again, just because sometimes I connect too strongly with the energy of people that I'm reading for, and I need the bracelets either to help transmute the energy or to keep it from like sinking in and staying with me after the reading, you know? Sometimes when we do consultations, I'm helping you guys with some pretty heavy stuff, and it really like touches me. I mean, I don't talk about it all the time, but I'm a very, very strong empath, and it like gets me like in the gut sometimes. And, you know, in order to help more people, I can't carry that with me all the time. And so wearing the right crystals obviously helps me with that as well. So I have to balance like which crystals I'm using and wearing to help me connect with spirit and spiritual energy, and which ones I'm wearing to help protect me and cleanse my own energy, and also like transmute other people's energy so it doesn't like get to me too much, because then I'm not as good for myself or for my other clients. Okay. Okay, I'm going to say, of course I have a black tourmaline on my desk. I have a lot of crystals. I was only going to show you the first three, but you know, I'm such a crystal girly. So I do have a black tourmaline on my desk to help with that as well. I also have blue calcite, which does help with like empaths and protecting our energy as empaths and transmuting the energy. So I do have a blue calcite on my desk. And then, okay, now I'm just going to show you one more. I have a lot of crystals on my desk. I also have this amazing labradorite sphere with, again, turquoise flash. When it comes to labradorite, I prefer turquoise, blue, and purple flash the most. I kind of like pink flash, and I'm currently not into yellow flash labradorite. I don't know why, I'm just not. But I say currently because it could change next month. Like I was like not into labradorite for like a year after having collected a lot of pieces, and then suddenly, bam, I'm all about labradorite again. Including this other palm stone. I have a lot of labradorite on my desk. You should see what I have downstairs. I still need to do my crystal tour. Okay, love you guys. I'm sorry I'm rambling so much. Tell me about your crystals. Show me yours now that we can do picture comments. I'd love to see some of yours in the comments. Okay, bye.